Hello, gang. This is Fenrir the Ice Wolf, as you know me, and I bring you this information here to bring some laughs. As the good old bounding into comics, great plays, always pretty reliable for jokes. Apparently, Miss Marvel has died in Amazing Spider-Man, and it's about goddamn time. But apparently, this is racism. I'm just gonna point that out. I'm just gonna say it. No, this is not racism. This has been a long time coming. Her character has never been a success in any form imaginable. I mean, at first people were kind of curious, so it was kind of selling here and point. But it's just, nah. This was a matter of time. This was about to come, no matter what. Her character was just meaningless. They tried pushing her in everything, and it always failed horribly. So, yeah, I'm not surprised by this. But as the old saying goes, stupid people must be stupid. So, yeah, let's jump into this. As you can see, there's that picture of the FF and all the heroes being sad and shit. Look at that Mary Jane hugging her Sean King husband. And don't joke about me. That is Sean freaking King. But yeah, in April, Amazing Spider-Man writer Zeb Wells teased fans by claiming his issue 26 would be so controversial that his editor told him not to do any comic conventions once this issue comes out. This announcement led fans to speculate Wells would kill the beloved character Mary Jane, but they got instead was apathetic disappointment when previews revealed the death of Miss Marvel. Again, do people really give a shit if Miss Marvel dies? I really cannot see this actually driving violence against a person. I really don't think Miss Marvel had that much of an actual fan base. If she did, her comics wouldn't constantly be canceling number one after number one daily. As a matter of fact, I gotta ask, why are these characters all sad? I mean, do any of them actually know Miss Marvel at the emotional level? Because honestly, I never actually seen them interact much with her. I mean, not without any other characters around, to the point where she's basically background. I mean, it would make sense if this was a Miles Morales story. At least they have a history of friendship, or Nova, but I really don't see sense in the Fantastic Four Spider-Man being there. Great theory is this has all been done mainly because Miss Marvel, again, cannot sell her own funeral. So, yeah, they need to pull a bunch of characters there to just help sell it out. But that's neither here nor there. Let's keep going. The announcement came as more of a whimper than a roar, with the issue originally solicited as being the most shocking issue of Amazing Spider-Man in 50 years. With the teasers Wells put in prior issue, Wells created a lot of misdirection, which didn't apply to Miss Marvel at all, but foreshadowed Mary Jane, adding to the trauma in Spider-Man mythos, joining the famous deaths of Uncle Ben and Gwen Stacy. One death of which is still pretty solid, the other has pretty much been broken thanks to the bullshittery of clones, multiverse, to such a point that it has no meaning anymore. I mean, come on, Spider-Gwen is literally one of the most annoying characters there is. Let's admit, now she has her own army of variants, because every character needs to be every single character and nothing can be special anymore in this marketing world of corporate bullshit. Still pretty hilarious. I mean, look at that. Peter holding her like they actually have a deep connection. I mean, yeah, a child died, but come on. Come on, Peter. That's kind of creepy there. It would have made sense for MJ to die, though writer Howard McKay already pulled the trick back in Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2, number 13, having Mary Jane become a victim in a plane crash where she was brought back. The editorial mandated the marriage be axed again with the notorious One More Day storyline, which again, horrible stuff of nightmares. A great part of me tries to forget ever happened, which many fans say ruined Spider-Man continuity forever. Yeah, it did. It absolutely did. The reveal of Miss Marvel's death has been underwhelming after such a build-up suspense. It comes across as a sales gimmick to get people talking about Kamala Khan before the movie The Marvels comes out later this year. It definitely is, because again, this character doesn't really sell. So, yeah, they need to do anything so the movie doesn't completely flop, which, let's be honest, it's going to be an absolute flop with everything we've seen. I mean, Brie Larson alone is reason to just not go see. Because of the movie's imminent release, it's obvious the death won't be permanent. Absolutely not. No death is permanent. The Ms. Marvel book is said to be continuing on through this death, which is leaving fans to stress their heads as to why this story is happening. Let's see. Why is it happening? Because they need to getting attention to a character really does not have much of it? Just look at this picture. Captain America, The Thing, Iron Man, Wolverine. Almost none of those guys have any form of connection, a deep connection with Kamala. I mean, Captain Marvel kind of. I mean, Carol Danvers kind of does, but I really don't see it. I really don't. Seriously, this comic book would have actually made sense if it was like a get together of the champions, her version of the champions, and somehow what they did got her killed, and everybody was in mourning, and it was Miles who was behind it. Deepness, but this doesn't really make sense character-wise because none of these characters actually have a connection with her. So, yeah, this is just a sales gimmick. They're using Spider-Man, one of Marvel's few characters that still sells, despite the shitty Zeb Wells run, to promote a character that sells absolutely nothing. Now back to the main course. Apparently, this is the tweet that started it all. Hey, so what the F Zeb Wells and Nick Lowe thinking by killing off Kamala Khan, the only mainline brown character Marvel has in Spider-Man book? Shit feels racist and misogynistic, and why on earth was she even in the first place? Okay, first of all, no, this isn't racist. If killing off a character that is brown automatically means that we'll be attacked by racism, and if it's female also misogyny, then what's the point of having the character around? What's the point? Because it has no pressure. You know the character is going to be unharmed, and this is one of the double standards of this diversity push that is, specifically with LGBT characters. When they push them, they can't actually be treated as people. They can't have consequences, they can't have negatives, they can't suffer, they can't have anything wrong going on in their story, and as such, kills the interest of said character. These people are their own enemies, and the reason why most comic book companies probably are not going to do a lot of these diverse stories in the long run because of this double standard, because they want to create these stories of perfection with no negatives where nothing bad happens to the main character that is diverse, and because of that, it will not sell. So, a lot of companies will most likely not be making a lot of these stories in the long run if they ever reach the point of sanity when they realize this shit does not work. Yeah. This is racism, said this guy also, and sexism, knowing Zeb Wells. Again, if you kill the character, this is what's going to come out, then what's the point of doing the character since we can't actually tell a story with them? And guys, I mean, you're kind of exaggerating a bit. Let's remember, these are superhero comic books. Nothing fucking matters in these stories anymore. I mean, they literally have an island filled with mutants, a Gilligan's Island, where they literally bring everything back with genetics the second someone dies. Nothing matters. Plus, again, this is modern day comic books. May I remind you, no one stays dead. Hell, I think Batman from Robot Chicken said it best.
Green Arrow was a champion of justice, but more importantly, he was my friend. And no amount of tears will... No, you know what? F*** this. Oh, don't act so shocked, you phonies. You know how this works. In a few months, a magic amulet will bring him back, or we'll find some alternate dimension Green Arrow that's exactly like the one we had before. How many of you here have already died? Come on, put them up. Exactly. So all due respect to Green Arrow or whoever bites it next, but I'm done with your memorials, your wakes, or flying to your home planets to scatter your fucking ashes. I am done!
Yeah, that's it. But not everyone is upset by the death. Veteran comic book artist Ethan Van Sciver couldn't be happier, tweeting, "Hooray! Kamala Khan, aka Miss Marvel, the worst character ever Marvel Comics ever created, is finally dead. Yay!" Not for long, but I get the sentiment, dude. I feel ya. She was a bore, and man, this couldn't happen earlier on. Hell, if my cards are if I'm lucky, they'll get Miles next. I can only dream. But yeah, this is freaking meaningless. Seriously, I give you a week and they'll forget it for the next thing that comes up. He followed up the humorous tweet with a video on the topic, explaining why the art on the tease cover is subpar and why the storyline doesn't make sense for the Spider-Man character. Again, nothing really makes sense in modern comic books because they're not being written by people who actually give a damn. Regardless, with this being Marvel, we can expect the character back in a matter of months. Exactly. Because again, no one stays dead. No one no one really has an impact in their lives. Nothing freaking matters. These characters aren't people. They are now just caricatures and freaking advertisement, I guess. Kamala's demise won't be permanent, just like any other death in Marvel Comics exactly. So the emotional impact for storyline is minimal at best. No, not minimal, completely non-existent. It makes fans wonder how many times Marvel will be able to pull off a strike like this and still have readers care. Again, at this point, really, we almost don't care. We've literally seen every character die at this point and always come back. Nothing stays dead because, again, none of the characters they have to replace the old ones actually fucking sell and no one likes them. So, yeah, they'll always keep bringing the old ones back, especially as the MCU goes down to shitter. And probably the comics will follow as soon as the movies die. But, yeah, that's about it for me for today. So, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, because I would really love to hear your feedback. And you should also go check out Ethan Van Sciver if you've been living under a rock all this time. The guy's amazing. He's hilarious. He's a freaking genius. Always gets a laugh out of me. Listen to him every time I go for a run or in the gym. He is freaking gold. But yeah, leave a like, comment, and don't forget, modern day comics, the shitty ones at least, should always be treated like this. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, well, can't please everyone. But if you did, again, leave a like and comment. I will really love your feedback. And if you actually don't find me in any negative light, please give me a follow. If you do, follow me too. I love to have both sides of the argument watching me and speaking to me. All right then. Have a good day.